Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having a good summer despite, everything that's going on. So I just wanted to do a few readings because I have a little bit of free time today. So I've been writing down you guys' suggestions. I put them in this jar. So I'm just going to shake and see what comes up, and then that's who we'll do. Okay, so today we are going to be Drake. Okay, Drake. So that's who came up, Drake. Sorry, excuse my poor handwriting. All right, so let me put this down. Okay, I'm being led to use this deck of cards, so I'm going to go there first. I'm going to use the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. And this is what it looks like, the deck, just for those of you who are interested or curious. I hope you guys can hear me. I have the fan on because it's so hot. But hopefully you guys can still hear me. Alright, so I've shuffled, so I'm just going to quickly close my eyes, connect with my angels as well as with Drake's, and then we'll see what comes up. Okay. Okay, so the first card that came up is this one. This is basically, it says that it's a man holding his heart. So what this tells me is basically what I'm picking up from it energetically is that Drake right now is not really looking to settle down. He's somebody that's sort of holding his heart close to him, not really taking any action. So if you're somebody who's dating him right now, I don't feel like he's gonna be taking any action towards you of commitment, is what I'm picking up. Also, let's just see here. Okay. Yeah, he has his heart like closed off. It's almost like someone who's saying, kind of like F love, like I'm not into love right now. That's the energy I'm picking up anyway. World. Okay, so the attachment card came up in reverse. The world card came up and it's next to appreciation. This is basically picking up the energy of somebody who's still playing the field, enjoying themselves, trying to see what's out there, trying to kind of sort of like sample a little bit of everything that's out there. It's just what's coming up. balance. I am picking up that energetically right now. He feels like he's creatively off. Like something's not flowing. Because the yin and yang card came up next to the crown chakra card, which is Archangel Metatron. That usually tells me that somebody who's not able to see, feels like somebody who's not able to see the bigger picture of what they're trying to create next, or where they're trying to go next. They feel like it's off balance. He's dealing with a lot of women at once. I count at least 1, 2. Juggling. Okay. Anxiety, heartbreak. Huh. The sun. Okay. So I'm gonna go to tarot because these cards keep repeating themselves, which is basically saying that he's not ready to settle down, that he's trying to see what's out there, that he's just, you know, the sun card, energy of somebody who's just trying to live their best life, so to speak, trying to avoid heartbreak, trying to avoid attachments. So let's see what tarot says. What does Drake have coming up, angels? And transfer energy. The world in reverse. Page of Wands. Death card. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this is I'm picking up the energy that somebody who's really in their head right now. Somebody who's somewhat overthinking things, not really going with the flow. It's almost like somebody who's having who's overthinking things, like trying to figure out where to go next. And when they decide, okay, I'm going to go through in this direction, I'm going to build this, I'm going to start this, or I'm going to focus on this, and then they overthink that. It almost feels like the energy of self-sabotage also. Yeah. Page of Swords in reverse. There's a lot of obstacles and blockages, but I feel like most of it is mental. Yeah, 7 of Cups. I feel like whatever overthinking he's doing is blocking him from actually releasing and moving forward with the projects he has planned, because I do see plans actually set out, but I feel like they're just plans. It's just sitting there, because there's this energy of him overthinking it, trying to figure out where to go first, where to put his energy towards first. Page of Cups. Feels like everything is like fresh and new, like brand new plans that haven't actually been set into motion or haven't been fully set into motion. But it's just sitting there. It's sitting on that Page of Cups energy where it's just beginnings. Tower in reverse. I feel like he's trying to avoid a disaster with these projects. He's he wants everything he puts out there, whether it's clothing, whether it's music, I'm picking up, to just automatically be a hit. So he's focused more on his previous projects and trying to almost look at the formula of how those reach success to move forward. But he's also having brand new fresh ideas that he wants to move forward with. So he's just somebody who's going back and forth. Oh, I'm gonna go with this because I know this is what works. Oh, but I also want to try this because I know this is gonna be a hit. 2 of Swords. It's going back and forth between 2 different things, the new and then the old that he knows works. Yeah, this is him. Eight of Pentacles. He's really focused on building his empire. I'm picking up the energy that he wants to build it more to be a business. I'm picking up like energy of somebody who wants to be a business mogul. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, but somebody who wants it to be a bigger business than just rapping, who wants to basically do what his other predecessors in the rap game have done, have made it, you know, into something bigger. I do feel like I'm hearing he's moving in silence with this. He's not really going to tell you guys anything about it until it's actually out. Justice in reverse. There is... What is this about? What is this Justice in reverse about? Empress. Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there's something new he's trying to do. I feel like this is something that deviates from his norm. But he's going back and forth. Because he doesn't know if this is going to be a hit, or if it's going to be a success, or if it's going to be accepted right away. So he keeps going back and forth. This is like a fresh outlook, a fresh start on or a new spin on something. Okay, Two of Cups. He's trying to make sure that it's just like perfectly harmonized, but he keeps going back and forth. So nothing's materializing. Yeah. Six of Wands in reverse with Knight of Cups in reverse. There's this energy of him almost like trying to detach from all of his projects at certain times because he's afraid of failure and disappointment, or afraid that it's not going to be received the way he wants it to be received. Okay. But I still see him moving forward. Knight of Swords. I feel like with Drake, the more he detaches from the project or from the outcome of the project is when he's able to see things more clearly, when it's going to be a bigger success. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. The angels are saying he's actually very introverted, despite his public persona and what he shows to people. He's very to himself. He's really, really good at manifesting though. The magicians come up more than once in his reading. Okay. So let me see. Let's tap into a little bit more of his love potentials and see what comes up for him. Okay, so let's pull a few cards from my own deck and see what else comes up for him. On his end, I picked up that he wasn't really ready for anything serious right now, or even looking for it. Not even in that energy of that mindset of looking for love. I am hearing that 5 or 6 years, there is somebody who's going to be a significant relationship, romantic relationship. But right now, I feel like it's just going to be that in and out energy. Five or 6 years is what I heard. So let's tap in and see what else comes up. Alright, so abundance came up. This is basically the angel saying that he needs to release that project. Actually, I'm hearing several projects. He needs to go ahead and release it. Even though it's out of his comfort zone, because the home card came up in reverse, he needs to just go ahead and release it, because it's going to be pure gold. Okay, it's going to be abundant, it's going to be successful. Is he religious? Because the temple card came up. And when the temple card comes up, it's usually the angel saying, turn to a higher power. And usually when that card comes up too, it's because somebody's, overthinking, unsure, uncertain, not quite sure which direction to go, which path to choose. That's usually when the temple card comes up. That's usually God and his angels saying, turn to him for clarity, for peace, so that you can think clearly and take action to actually manifest something and make it, because I feel like he has a lot of projects that he's just holding on to, and his angels are calling for him to just release and let go. Release the projects and just let it go, because it's going to be a success. Alrighty, so let's see what else comes up. There's somebody he's talking to or dealing with. I feel like that person wants him to commit. They're looking for long term, but he's not looking to, take any action right now like that. There's a lot of fear around that. Fear around choosing the wrong woman. Fear around his finances. And fear also around his image. Like, he understands that he's more marketable when he's single. I just heard that. So I don't feel like he's going to be trying to settle down anytime soon. Okay. Solution. I don't know who this is. I feel like there are people who are either around him or near him who are trying to get him into more spiritual or like holistic approaches to move forward in life. But I feel like he's not really into that. It's not something that he would go to first. It's not love at first sight. That idea is not something that's appealing to him. But I feel like there's somebody around him who is trying to get him to move towards that direction. To I don't know, it feels like something that's holistic or spiritual or more of the spiritual realm. Something that's different from what he's grown up in as far as belief systems. But I don't feel like he's gonna go in that direction. I feel like he's trying to steer away from that. I hear him like energetically. I'm hearing his higher self call that like Holly weird. So I don't think I see him. Yeah. But yeah, the energy around him is pretty like 9 of Cups. It's pretty good, especially with the new projects coming. New beginnings, new projects coming. It's all going to be a success. It's all going to be a wish come true. I feel like he just needs to get out of his head and just release it. Just drop it. It's like dealing with the mind of a perfectionist. They go back and forth, and then they sort of hold on to a project that would actually be success, that would actually be enjoyed by the public and the consumer. So, let me see what else. I know somebody had asked me to do a reading or to tap into his energy with Rihanna. So I'm going to shuffle and we'll see that. We'll tap into how he feels about Rihanna, I guess. Okay, so I do feel that he has no regrets. He doesn't regret connecting with her in any way. I do see that he does not see her as the one for him. There's this energy of him picking up that I'm picking up that he feels like she wouldn't have been a perfect match for him. But I feel like there was some confusion there because both his peers and the fans wanted them to get together so badly. But again, he's dealing with a lot of energy of fear. And I did pick up on that earlier, that it's going to be a while before he settles down. 5 to 6 years, possibly 7. I do feel like from his perspective, or from his energy, what I'm picking up was that he was very honest and upfront with her in every single way. There were no lies told, or from his end, at least that's what I'm picking up, that he was, or at least he feels that he was that way. Cards are flying. Yeah. My goodness. Yeah, and I feel like this would have been a short-term connection. Like, even if she were to go back with him or get back together with him, I feel like right now it would be a short-term commitment or a short-term love. It wouldn't be anything like long-term where they would get married and, you know, anything like that right now. I don't see that. Of course, anything can change. People have free will, but right now the cards are saying no. Okay? Because I'm picking up on the energy that she would want to build a home and a long-term life, and that's just not where he is right now. Yeah, I don't pick up on the energy that he's excited about anything long-term right now, no matter who it's with. Okay? Yeah, is Rihanna a water sign? So I'm picking up water energy, water sign. 2 water signs, okay. Yeah, is he a water sign too? Water sign, I'm picking up water sign energy. Okay. It would have been a blissful union though, that's for sure. Like, it would have been happily ever after. Had they both given it 100%, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, but presently, I do not see that. I do like this energy though. There's no hidden motives, there's no shadiness, there's no anybody trying to play anybody. It's just 2 people currently looking for 2 different things right now. Unable to come to that place where it's a celebration, where it's a 3 of Cups energy. We're more along the lines, you know, focusing on their money. Yeah, this would have been a love of a lifetime had they actually given this a real 100% chance. What I'm picking up here also is that it's kind of like a seesaw energy. You know, when one person sits on here, the other one's up there being lifted up, and then the other person's at the bottom. Almost the energy of like, when I make the effort, you didn't make the effort, but now I'm making the effort and now you're not making the effort. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, but that's the only way I know how to explain it. Like, seesaw energy, where like, you know, one person sits on it, the other person gets lifted up, and then the other person sits on it, and the other, like, there's no balance there between the 2 of them. During their courtship, their relationship, or whatever it is they had, there was no balance. Okay, I do feel like he was friend zoned by her, at some point, and I feel like that's where things started going downhill because there was a loss of confidence on his end, where he lost faith in the connection and didn't think it would ever get anywhere from that point on. Yeah, but there's no beef between them. There's like good energy, I feel like there's peace. And this was a karmic connection, a karmic relationship where they were supposed to learn from each other. With karmic connections, the way it works is basically your souls, both come into a relationship and a connection to learn certain life lessons. And once you've learned those life lessons, you can either stay together or you can drift apart. Most of the time people do drift apart. They don't really stick around. Let's see, what else can I do? Let's do some angel advice for him. What do his angels want him to know? I'm going to use the Angel Answers deck. Alright, angels, what messages do you have for Drake? Okay, so his angels are trying to get him to release those music. There's a few tracks he's been sitting on that he's not absolutely in love with. He's not absolutely in love with these 2 tracks. They're trying to get him to release it because it's going to be a success. Okay. He's trying to go in the he's trying to go back to what he knows for a fact will succeed, but the angels are saying it's going to succeed regardless of which way he decides to go, which path he decides to go. So why not just go for it? Why not just release this new, this new genre that he's trying to step into? Yeah, the angels are trying to get him to let go of those doubts and fears that are in his mind that's holding him back. There's also like new business deals that he's sitting on. Okay. So this card did come up earlier in a different deck where they were trying to get him to sort of reconnect with God, to get like a peace of mind, like clarity, so he can move forward with what is best for him and what's going to be most successful for him in his new projects and his next projects. Okay. And this card came up. It says the situation will improve. And this is basically his angel saying that, like, I don't know if you guys can see the card. Like the person is going up, and the angels are basically saying that's the only direction he'll keep going. Like, there won't be any crashing and burning. The only way he's going to keep going is up as far as his success in his life. Okay? They do want him to, I don't know if he's somebody who speaks about his projects a lot or shares information with other people, or they want him to keep it to himself, like move in silence. Okay? Okay, so a year from now card is at the bottom. This is what I'm hearing. Within the next few months, I'm hearing there's 2 projects for him that need to be released. Maybe one of his people will see this and let him know. And I feel like these projects are more along the lines of music. And then I feel like there's more of a business deal. And I feel like that he needs to work on a little bit more and release that a year from now, is what I'm hearing. Alright guys, I think those are all the messages I have for him. Except for make sure he needs to make sure he keeps listening to his intuition. It hasn't failed him now, so it's not going to fail him anytime soon. Let me see what else. Again, they keep speaking of everything he touches will turn to gold. It's always going to be a success for him, no matter what. I also heard a specific message concerning his money. I'm hearing that his mother has a lot of good advice on money, so he needs to listen to her when it comes to his money. Specifically when it comes to his money, his finances, how to, she's really good at that, okay? Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'm going to end this video and I'm probably going to do another one. Just going to shake the jar and see who else comes up. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I appreciate all the love, all the messages, all the comments and likes and subscribes. Thank you guys so much. I will catch you guys on the next video. Take care, guys.